Why do people want children? Well, the simple answer is it does sound rewarding and pleasant to me. I like watching them learn and teaching them. I like playing games and taking them places. It makes me happy to watch them learn a new skill and then that light when they get it right the first time. It's not all butterflies and sunshine, but I like it. I get why people want kids. But I also personally have zero desire. I'm a 31-year-old female and get asked when kids are coming for me. It drives me mental. It's indescribable. I was happy before I had kids. I didn't feel like my life was lacking anything. Then I had kids and it just added more. Like a type of love I can't even describe and honestly think you can't know until you have kids, adopted or biological. Like I would do anything for them. Also, there are a number of people who will say it's selfish to have kids, citing the environment. I get that perspective. However, since having kids I have stopped bitching about how badly we treat the environment and actually started doing something about it. They are my single biggest motivation to do better. I am not going to lie down and get trapped in the everything is fucked, oh well, I'll go back to playing some video games mindset. I'm not saying everyone should have kids, or that people should have lots of kids. I am saying that motivating parents to act on behalf of their kids has huge potential for good. No judgment on people who don't want to be parents. I agree with the biological desire. I absolutely don't want kids, unless I'm ovulating and then I can't think about anything else. If I wasn't mindful and objective I might be tricked into thinking that's what I actually want. I'm nearing 40 and the older I get the more my body tries to convince me mid-cycle that's what I need. Logically and realistically it's the last thing I want or need. However, I will say that my 4.5-year-old niece is my most favorite thing on the planet. It is true I love her more than anything else. I think if people don't have kids, finding one to mentor or be involved with can be beneficial. She teaches and reminds me about how we came into this world. Unconditionally loving, full of wonder and awe, and excited about the non-superficial aspects of life. She brings a level of joy and understanding that adults can't. But I never want one of my own. I like the idea of having children because I love doing all the fun kid stuff like going to parks and roller skating and making messy crafts and eating jello and building pillow forts. I'm the cool auntie to all my friends' kids, but it's really because I'm a giant child at heart and having kids around gives you an excuse to embrace that. I've always wanted to be a foster parent at some point, or maybe find a partner who already has kids. I'm not about to bring any more kids into the world, but I'd love to give a pre-existing child a happy childhood. People want a family. It just makes them happy in life.
I sometimes wonder, do I actually want kids or am I conditioned to think I should have them at some point? I generally don't like kids that much, but they can be cute sometimes. Especially girls. Little babies. But once they start screaming, my ears and brain bleeds and I just want to run away. I wonder how would I take it from my own child. Also, the thought of having to take care of them 24/7 and be with them and entertain them terrifies me. I like my me time a little too much, and this would be a really big change. But I guess most people think like this? So that mother instinct just hits at some point. Hopefully? Or is it just something we keep telling ourselves cause we think we have to? There are many different reasons. Most good. Some aren't good reasons. They are fun, funny, and loving. Kids remind you to see the world with wonder. And not just the jaded view of adults. It's amazing to watch them grow and develop into these new beings with their own thoughts and ideals. It's another person to love. Bad reasons. Narcissism. Societal and familial pressures to procreate. Power structures. Obviously, these aren't the only reasons that exist. But it's a good start. Some do. Some don't. Some are born accidentally by not using condoms. I have one son and another son on the way. I just love kids. I think they're way cooler than adults. I kind of hate adults. I adore my husband. But it just felt like life wouldn't be fulfilling just the two of us. If other people don't have that feeling, then I 100% understand not wanting to have kids. Logistically. But a big part of me also just felt like I'd be a great mom. I love talking to my son. Understanding how his mind works. playing video games together, teaching him things, etc. Today I found out he's never seen what a brain looks like. He's 4. So we Googled photos of brains, which then led to us Googling photos of hamster brains, which eventually took us to photos of evil hamsters. It was hilarious. And if it weren't for him, it would have never happened. And even if it did, it wouldn't have been funny. Kids are awesome. Those without kids cannot understand. It's that simple. This debate rages on Reddit and other social media constantly, but the truth of the matter is that people without kids will never understand. I have 2 kids and strive to be a good dad. But it's not fun. It's not super fulfilling either. Just a series of chores really. I felt like you beforehand too, but believed what others told me that it was different once I had them. It's not for the most part. People who want to play life on hard mode IG. When my daughter was born, it felt like she was always supposed to be my daughter. It was almost like a sense of completing my own destiny. And of course she's work to look after. And sometimes I'm exhausted. But as far as I'm concerned, she's the best person in the world. And why wouldn't I want to meet the best person in the world? She's still only a beginner. But she's constantly learning new things. And I love seeing the person she's turning into. Today she did a big burp, which she was proud of, was patient at my doctor's appointment, played nicely with some birds at the park, and went to sleep without complaint when I told her I needed to stop reading books and get dinner. She's a joy to be around, and I'm honored to help her be her best self. Having children, one of those things that you can never truly know about until you experience it. Having kids is a lot of work. But the sense of responsibility that comes with taking care of a family is extremely rewarding. Like a lot of people have already said, it's an amazing feeling watching a human grow up and learn. And when my 3-year-old asks to watch Star Wars with me and calls me his best buddy, there are no greater things in this world than that.
Free workforce.
Ask your parents if their lives have been more fulfilling with you in it. The amount of time I've heard, if it weren't for my children I wouldn't know what to do, or, if it weren't for my children I wouldn't be alive today, is crazy. It really seems to me most people have no idea how to spend their time or really don't know how to enjoy life without responsibility, edit, or rules being shoved down their throat. Think about it. When you grow up you always have someone telling you when to be home, what to do, when to do it, how to do it, if you should do it, etc. Basically you always think about something. When you go to school the same things happen. Just it's not parents 24/7. Then you start working and now suddenly all you have to do is show up to work on time. When you're finished you get home and are alone if you're single. And you find some chores to do. Exercise. Find time for friends or whatever. You do this for 2 to 5 years and now you're around 23 to 25 years old. Probably have a GF. Life feels boring. So now you get a kid or 2. When they're born you're basically back to start. You're just on the other side and have something to think about the next 18 years or so till they move out. Suddenly your mind is occupied again and you tell yourself you do it all for your kids, which before was, I do it all for my future. This is just my thoughts as a 31-year-old with no kids. It seems to me people are easily bored basically. And for many life feels empty without the constant occupation of mind. Not everyone has the need for kids. Some people have that feeling that they have to breed, that the family will end if they do not have any kids. Also, instinct tells us that kids will help us when we are old and not able to anymore. That's also the reason people used to have many kids. Most of them died and only one or two survived. If you do not have the feeling that you need kids, then just don't. The world is overpopulated as it is. It would be better if people stick to only one or no kids at all.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.